Hey everyone, I'm back with another review. Um, Relatively famous Ranch Rules Season 1, Episode 9. This is the final episode. This is the day of the grand opening, the re-grand opening of the Saddleback Ranch. And, the roommates are still reeling from the night before, with the fight between Hannah and Austin. The people arrive at the grand opening. They start serving food and start doing the tours of the ranch. Then finally Austin shows up and he stayed at a hotel that last night, the night before, after the fight with Hannah. And he said that he had made a bad decision. It was a lot of alcohol involved and that it shouldn't have happened. Austin apologized to Hannah about what happened, about the situation, making her feel bad, you know, and everything that had escalated and that she didn't deserve it. And she apologized to him as well. And she felt the same way. It should have been handled, differently. And that she was sorry, for the fight and the way that she acted. And, they both accepted each other, apology, and they hugged it out and they was cool. And went on to do they tour, and it started with Evie taking the guests on a wagon ride, which it was kind of wild. It started off good. Everything was going okay. The wind was blowing, but for some reason the horses, they had gas. They was passing gas the whole while, and it was blowing right in Evie's face because the wind had picked up. It was high, and then the wind was so high, it blew off Evie's hat, and so she gonna turn around and try to reach and get her hat, and the horses got a little wild, so they kind of got out of control, and the wagon was kind of going side to side, about to turn over, and one of the guests on there, he helped her to stop the horses. And then, she kind of got upset because she said she failed at her task and she cried. And, they was telling her, don't cry, she did good. And she told the guy, just take it on back because she couldn't do it. And, she was feeling kind of down. But they was like, oh, don't worry about it, and stuff like that. And then they showed Jasmine and Tay on their task. They was doing the trail ride, with the horses with some of the guests. And theirs was pretty good. They did good, Nothing went wrong. And then they show Austin and Hannah and Harry. They was leading the cattle drive, for all those miles. And everything was going smooth until the cattle decided they wanted to take a turn and go toward the water, the creek. And all of them got out there in the creek. So they had a problem. Then finally they got them, out of the creek and back on the trail. And they went on to their next stop. And then they showed them all, back at the ranch, sitting, eating, and talking with the guests. But then they had like a pie throwing, no, a pie eating contest, and some of the little girl won. And that was about it for that on that day. And then the next day, they was, oh, I forgot, Montana. Is it Montana Joe? That guy that Evie met. He came up and talked to her. He said he wanted to say goodbye to her because, she was leaving the next day and he wouldn't see her. And he told her, he enjoyed talking to her and stuff like that. And she was like, well, whenever you're in L.A., you call me now. You look me up, you call me. And he's like, okay. She said, I'm for real. You holler at me when you get to L.A. And he hugged her, and and that was it. And then the next day, they was all of them was packing slowly, trying to get their stuff together because they was getting ready to go. And Jared and Justin showed up and told them how they appreciated them, and how when they first got there, things didn't look like it was gonna work, but then they got used to being there, and forgot all about where they had come from. And he said they did good. They adapted. They did real good, and he enjoyed them, and told them to take care, and that was it. And the wagon come and picked all of them up, took them back to the where they picked them up at, and then they got on in the cars, and and then they left. And I think out of all of them, I think all of them gonna remain friends. But I know Evie and Harry, they probably gonna be the best of friends, cause you know, he said he's not used to being around a large group of people like this, and this was new for him. But he enjoyed himself, and they showed some scenes, after the life of leaving the ranch, and Tay got engaged. So I think she finally got married by now. Um, Austin, what did they tell? Well, Austin always calling all the roommates and their parents and talking to them. And Redmond, I think him and Evie be in touch a lot. When Evie need a ride, she calls him and he go pick her up and take her home, or take her somewhere. And then Harry, I think he done got into real estate with the help of Tay. And Hannah, she's working on her album, her upcoming album. But all of them keep in touch. And who is it? Who is the next one? Oh, Jasmine. They all keep in touch. But Miles, he left earlier, the second week, I think. So he wasn't even included in what happened to him afterwards. And it was a good show. I liked the show. I hope they do another season. All of them going somewhere else. But other than that, that was it.